Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris, and who doesn't love cows? Who doesn't love birds? Who doesn't love pigs? Oh, aren't they so cute? This video, we're going to do some farmhouse flips, so let's begin. All right, so I picked up this pretty large wood piece on Whatnot, and when I saw it, I just knew I had to give it a refresh. So I did go ahead and I sanded it down, getting any of the rough spots off, and I want to go ahead and stain it. And I'm going to be using the antiquing wax from Waverly, but you could also use the gel stain in walnut. Now I'm going to go ahead and stain both sides. And I'm just using a foam brush, and I'm just going to take that stain and I'm just going to work it into the wood. And then I will wipe off any of the excess. After I use my heat gun to dry that down, I'm going to grab the Folk Art Crackle Medium. Now, I think this stuff gives an amazing crackle. It's not very expensive, and you can find it at most craft stores or online at your friend Amazon if you shop a lot on Amazon. But I'm just going to grab a paintbrush, and I'm just going to squeeze this on my board. Now, I did squeeze a little bit much, just a little bit, but I'm just going to work it in, and I'm going to have to kind of scoop some of this off because, like I said, I used way too much. And I'm just going to brush that excess into a cup here. And when I'm applying this medium, I'm going to make sure I get along the edges, but I am not going to do the back. I'm going to leave the back in this stained state. So once I got that dry, and I did use my heat gun to dry it, otherwise it would have taken a little bit longer than the hour it says to allow it to dry because I had, like I said, too much. But I'm going to grab Vintage Linen from DIY. This is a beautiful white color. I just absolutely love this color. And I will use just a chippy brush, and I'm going to do my best to apply just one long stroke. The key is you do not want to go back and forth like you are normally painting, because when you do that, that crackle medium will kind of bunch up and it won't look the best. It definitely won't give you the look that you want. And then I will make sure I go along the edges as well. And would you look at that crackle? That is some good crackle. Now, just to clean up the back, because this is a clay-based paint, it's water soluble and it cleans up very easily. So I'm just going to use a baby wipe and wipe off that paint that got on the back. All right, so I've got some burlap ribbon here, and I believe this is like a 2.5 inch thickness. And I know I want it to run right down the center. And at first I thought I was going to like wrap it completely around, and I was like, well, no, what if somebody just wants the stain side to show? What if they don't want the decorative side showing? So let's leave that to where that is a possibility for whoever buys this, because I will be having all these items and any of my flipped or makeover item that I do up for sale on a Whatnot auction on February 16th. But I decided I'm going to trim this down on the top and bottom just so it fits on the front. And I'm just going to take my little picking tool, my little picking tool, and I'm just going to pull out some threads on both of these short ends. And when you do this technique, you can do as little or as much as your heart desires. And then I was like, you know what? I don't need this metal wire, so I am going to go ahead and pull that metal wire out. That way, over time, it doesn't work its way out. Who knows? Like I said, I am going to be selling this, so I want it to be in the best condition that I can possibly make it. And as I was working that down, I just thought, you know what? I need to shorten this up a little bit. It was overlapping the edges, and I don't want that to do that. So trim is needed, pull out threads. And once I get that looking the way I want, I'm just going to grab some of this Eileen's Turbo Tacky Glue. This stuff goes on white, but it does dry clear. And I am just going to run that along the edges. And then we're just going to place that right in its spot and have to press down, making sure every bit of that glue is making contact with that board. We want to make sure it sticks. All right, and I have got one of my little shaggy bows that I made. I think this turned out really well. I've made bows in other videos, but if you guys ever want to see me make one, let me know, and maybe I can do like a short video or something on it. Just let me know in the comments down below. But I am just going to use some hot glue to adhere that, and I wanted it a little bit higher up than center. Now I got to figure out what I'm doing with disguising that hole in the tail. Sorry if you hear any squeaking in the background. My dog loves to get her squeaky ball out when I am doing any kind of recording or live streaming. So what I came up with is I'm just going to grab some 2-ply jute cord, I believe it is. I just picked this stuff up at Walmart. You can also get it online at Amazon, but I'm just going to roll it in a circle. I'm just going to use some hot glue, use finger protectors. I managed to actually do a pretty good job of not coming in too much contact with my hot glue, and a lot of times it was a lot cooler because I didn't keep putting it back on its stand. But I have it positioned on top of a silicone mat. That way it just kind of picks right up. It's not adhered to anything. And when I'm gluing it down, I try to make sure I get the glue low down as I'm applying it, if that makes sense. That way the glue doesn't come up through the front. It's mainly going to be showing on the back, just like so. And then I'm just going to twirl that around until I have a thick enough piece to cover that hole. And hey, after you guys watch my video, why don't you go and check out the playlist located in my description box. This video is part of the Thrifted Thursday playlist. It is hosted by Joanna at Joanna's DIY Life and Sabrina with Sabrina's Craft Nanigans. These two ladies put on this playlist once a month, the third Thursday of every month, to make it easy to remember. And if you guys are just coming in from the playlist and this is your first time here, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell so you know this YouTube algorithm will notify you whenever I have a video, which I do normally release a video every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you to all my existing subscribers for watching week after week. And don't forget to check out that playlist. So let's continue on with our project. And once I've got it thick enough, I'm just going to take my little lighter, burn off some of those little flyaways, and this will also help remove some of that hot glue that's there. And then just using some hot glue, I will adhere that right on top of that hole, disguising it. And then this project is going to be finished, and I'm trying something new. I'm going to show you the finale of each item and then have a full finale at the end. So here is the reveal for this one. And in our second DIY, I've got this, it's an MDF cowl. It's an MDF cowl. I believe this was probably something somebody picked up originally from either Dollar General or maybe even Hobby Lobby type store. That's just the vibes it gives me. Since it's not solid wood, it is an MDF material, but it's got a rough texture on it. And so with that being there, I don't feel the need to have to use any kind of crackle medium. I am just going to grab a chippy brush, some of my vintage linen paint, kind of dab off some of that excess, and then I'm just going to swipe it over my cowl, just like so. And I think doing this just gives this piece a little bit more depth. All right, so I printed this sheet of cow print out on my printer. It was an image I had found on Pinterest. I will try to remember to link where I found it in the description box. I've also got some carbon copying type of paper that I've picked up from Amazon years and years ago. This stuff lasts me forever because I don't use it a whole lot. Now I'm going to trace just a few patterns on. I am going to dry down my paint first because it is still a little damp. But if you would rather cut the template out and trace it on that way, then you can do that. I just thought it would be easy to keep the template as is, and then that way I can just reuse it over and over with some tracing paper. But I'm just, like I said, going to pick a few off of here, place where I think it'll look good. I don't want it to be too busy. It's going to be simple. I want this piece to be primitive and rustic. And so I'm just going to trace a couple spots here and there. And once I got that first spot on, I'm just going to pick another one. I like this one right here. We're going to trace that one on. And then I believe those are the only two I end up doing. Like I said, I don't want this to be too busy. But I'm just going to grab some black chalk paint. This is in the Folk Art, brand new bottle that's been sitting in my stash for probably a year and never opened. And then I found the one that was opened. So, now I've got two of them opened. But anywho, you guys didn't want to know all that. I'm just going to find me a detailed brush and I am going to paint where we drew those cow prints. I just start by outlining it and then I will fill in. And when I fill in, I just grab a little thicker paintbrush. That way it just covers more area and just color it in. Once that is colored in and completely dried, I'm just going to grab me a little 80 grit piece of sandpaper and go over that black just very lightly, okay? Because 80 grit is pretty coarse. It's going to scuff it up very easily, so you don't want to go too hard unless you want more of that wood to show through. And then this is what we've got so far. I am in love with this piece, but I'm going to grab a piece of jute string. I'm just going to singe off some of those flyaways. I will tie that around the cow's neck using some hot glue. I'm going to secure where my knot is as I am tying it. I just don't want it to come untied. Oh, I hot glued the string to the board and then I applied some more hot glue as I made that second knot or that knot. I will use a little bit of hot glue around the ends just to make it easier to string these bells. And I'm just going to figure out how much I want them hanging down. Secure them in place by tying a knot, gluing it in the same fashion as I did around its neck. And then this project will be done. Simple, rustic, beautiful makeover of this cow. In the last project, I had grabbed this little wood tool tote, I think is what they're called, or tool caddy, and this was how it was. I picked this up from South Fred Vintage on Whatnot, and it's got like a pinkish color to the paint, and I just want to make this look a little bit more my style. I know it's appearing white, and the color that I painted is going to look real similar, but in person, that paint that's originally on it is a pinkish color with a blue underneath it, as you can see there on the top of that handle. But I want to take it and I'm going to grab Chocolate Layered from DIY and paint this entire wood piece with the exception of the underside. And once that is done, I will grab some of my Folk Art Crackle Medium once again, and we are going to paint every inch of where we painted. I want this piece to be crackled all over. And I'm going to grab that same color, that vintage linen, and we're just going to swipe right over that crackle medium. And once I'm done with some of those sections, I'm just going to use my heat gun, dry it down quicker. And this also helps speed up the crackling process. Once I've got that completely covered and done, I'm going to take some clear liquid patina and seal all of our paint in. Now let's grab the Wilde Bloemen transfer set from IOD, or use any transfers, rub-on transfers that you have. Use some stickers. Just have fun. Make this your own. But I'm going to grab out a few images on here. I wanted some birds, some florals, and that's what I'm cutting out. And then once I figure out where I want all this laid out, I'm going to just start rubbing each piece onto each section, just making it look oh so pretty. And I really appreciate you guys clicking on this video, giving me a chance, watching my DIYs. I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. I love to do all things crafty, and I love to meet new people. I'm also a seller on Whatnot. You can find me over there, which is where I'm going to be selling all these pieces. And I will have the link to that show in my description box as well if you want to go ahead and bookmark it as a reminder, or feel free to share to your friends. Talking about sharing, feel free to share the video to anybody that you think might like to see it. Also, don't forget there's that hype button. Feel free to hype this video. Let's get more eyes on it. I really love the way these projects are coming out. And as far as these transfers, I just kept adding and adding until I was happy with the way it looked. On the sides, I just felt like it really needed to come up a little bit higher. And so I just add some more of the florals, and I can't say it enough. I love how these projects are coming out. And once I have got that to my liking, I've got these florals that I've had from the Dollar Tree. I don't even know. I hope they still have them. These are my favorite picks that I have ever found at the Dollar Tree. I love to pick them up. I do know that Michael's has them. When I took a trip out that way towards the closest Michael's to me, I had also picked some up. So if you can't find them at Dollar Tree and you have a Michael's near you, check them out as well. But I am just going to position these to where they will sit inside of this tote and just make it look pretty. And then these projects are going to be finished. And you guys, again, let me know which of these 3 projects was your favorite down in the description box. And I'd love to hear from you. Just say hi, put a heart emoji in that chat if anything. And you guys, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.